Ever wondered where the Christian Bible truly originated? It's often perceived as a divine text, a holy scripture sent from the heavens above. Yet the pages that so many hold dear were not always bound in the form we know today. In the heart of the 15th century, the Gutenberg Bible emerged, named after its creator, Johannes Gutenberg. Now Gutenberg was no Nazi. In fact, the Nazi Party wouldn't exist for another 400 years. Instead, he was a German blacksmith, goldsmith, inventor, printer, and publisher. A man of many talents who used his expertise to produce one of the earliest major books printed using movable type in the West. This Bible, often hailed as the start of the Gutenberg Revolution, was instrumental in the spread of printed books across Europe. But it leaves us with an intriguing question. So, if not divinely inspired, where did the Bible actually come from? Let's delve into the creation of the Gutenberg Bible. This masterwork of print marked the beginning of a new era, the Gutenberg Revolution, ushering in the age of the printed book. It was the 15th century, a time of immense change and progress, when Johannes Gutenberg, a German blacksmith, goldsmith, printer, and publisher, introduced Europe to the concept of movable type. Now, it's crucial to clarify a common misconception here. The Gutenberg Bible was not written by Nazis. This is a chronological impossibility, as the Nazi Party didn't emerge until the 20th century, centuries after Gutenberg's time. The Gutenberg Bible was a product of the Renaissance, not a tool of political propaganda. This Bible, completed around the mid-15th century, was a monumental testament to the capabilities of the printing press, forever altering how information was disseminated and consumed. The Gutenberg Bible was a game-changer, but what about its contents? The Bible's content is where things get interesting. It's been a tool, a guide, a beacon, and yes, even a weapon. Its words have been used to justify various acts throughout history, including one of humanity's darkest episodes, slavery. You see, certain passages in the Bible were interpreted, or shall we say manipulated, to justify the enslavement of fellow human beings. Slaveholders pointed to verses in the Old and New Testaments that seemed to endorse slavery, using them to argue that the institution was a natural and divinely ordained part of human society. But here's the catch. The Bible, like any text, is subject to interpretation. And interpretations, they change. They shift and sway with the winds of cultural and societal norms. During the 19th century, for instance, abolitionists, many of whom were deeply religious, countered by highlighting other biblical passages that emphasized equality, freedom, and the fundamental worth of all individuals. What does this tell us? It shows that the Bible, in the hands of humans, can be a mirror reflecting back our own beliefs, prejudices, and aspirations. It's not a static text, but a living one, constantly evolving in its interpretation and application. The Bible's role in perpetuating slavery is a dark chapter in its history, but it was by no means its sole purpose. It's been a source of comfort, inspiration, and moral guidance for billions. And like any powerful tool, its impact depends largely on the hands that wield it. And what about the figure of Satan, often associated with an Egyptian deity, you may wonder? This intriguing character has evolved drastically over time. Initially, in the early texts of the Bible, Satan was depicted as a heavenly prosecutor, a sort of divine district attorney. However, as we move forward, we see this character morph into the embodiment of evil that we are familiar with today. This evolution is not unique to the Bible. It's a common process we see in the development of religious texts and beliefs. They often borrow and adapt from the cultural and religious milieu they emerge from. For example, some suggest the figure of Satan might have been influenced by the Egyptian deity Set, the god of chaos, storms, and foreigners. Set was not always seen as purely evil, but underwent a similar evolution to Satan, becoming more demonized over time. Religious beliefs are not created in a vacuum. They are influenced by the societies and cultures from which they emerge. They change, grow, and adapt over time, reflecting the shifting values and beliefs of their followers. The Bible, like any other religious text, is a living document. It has been used to control and manipulate, but it's also a testament to our collective human journey and the evolution of our spiritual understanding. So while the Bible has been used to control and manipulate, it is also a complex and evolving text that reflects the changing beliefs and values of humanity.